Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explain here, bringing you guys another Boruto Naruto Next Generation discussion on the fallout from Boruto Chapter 80, and today I want to talk to you guys about why the time skip training of Boruto and Sasuke is going to be even more brutal than any of us ever imagined, and it's all due to the Shinjutsu that Ada has casted on the world and placed everybody under, where the world thinks that Boruto's the killer of the 7th Hokage and his wife, and that Kawaki is the beloved firstborn son of Naruto and Hinata. As a result of Sarada pleading with him to save Boruto, Sasuke has done just that and is now guiding Boruto to safety out of respect for his daughter's wishes. But now that Boruto has finally gotten what he's always desired, unrestricted, unrestrained travel time with Sasuke and being able to train with Sasuke, we have to take a look at why this time, despite the circumstances, is actually the best thing possible for Boruto, and it could very well lead to both characters surpassing their current limitations of their vessels themselves. It's very important to remember right now that Sasuke has zero emotional attachment to Boruto. In his eyes, he's the one who killed the Hokage, but his brain knows that logically this is wrong, despite the fact that his gut is telling him to go along with the Shinjutsu. Sasuke, for as much as he's trying to fight the Shinjutsu, even he's acknowledged that the effects are constantly weighing in on him, and while Boruto might see him as Uncle Sasuke, Sasuke clearly doesn't see him the same way, and this is actually a really good thing in my opinion, because it means for the very first time ever, Sasuke doesn't have any attachment towards Boruto while he's training him. Even when we go as far back as Boruto the movie, which came out in 2015, Sasuke's issue with Boruto is that while he was tougher on Boruto than Konohamaru ever was, he was still at the end of the day someone who pulled punches with him because he was Naruto's son, and he saw the way that Naruto's face lit up when he heard Sasuke say that he was training his son. Sasuke is well aware of what that actually meant to Naruto. He saw the way that Naruto's face lit up, and given everything that Naruto went through to bring him back to the village, it's understandable why Naruto felt the way that he did. However, there within lied the problem. Sasuke fell into the same trap as Konohamaru, unable to fully train him with the same emotional disconnect that a Jonin typically has to the genin that they're charged with. There's an initial layer of objectivity where there are no emotions that are involved. In particular, during the older days of Konoha, where the villagers were living in a world where the villages were in open cold warfare, and it resulted in the genin graduating from the academy but then being given an additional test to see which of the teams were worthy of staying genin and which need to be sent back to the academy. Naruto's class technically had more genin in it, a large number like Boruto's class, but only 3 of those teams actually passed the exam given to them by their Jonin squad leader, and those 3 teams are the ones that continued on their genin journey. The rest of them went back to the academy. That objectivity went a long way towards making the next generation of genin even sharper and stronger and better than before. In Boruto, we've seen in the multiple mediums, from the light novel where Sasuke trained Boruto to the scenes in the anime to the interactions in the manga, that Sasuke has an attachment towards Boruto that keeps him from fully being pushed in a way that he really needs to by a mentor, and in a way that only Sasuke can realistically do. Take a look at what Kakashi was able to do when he pushed Naruto, despite knowing full well that Naruto was the son of his sensei. Kakashi still kept a few layers of separation towards Naruto, even though at times you could see the attachment that came there from the honor of being the sensei to his own sensei's firstborn child, and only child at that. When Kakashi trained Boruto in the anime, he pushed Boruto in a way that made Boruto have to dig down deep. Jiraiya, despite having a strong suspicion of who Boruto actually was able to still push him in that training because he kept that layer of separation there. However, with Sasuke, as time has gone on, there have been attachments there, and you can see how those attachments might hold Sasuke back with his training with Boruto. When he trained Boruto in the light novel, where he also trained Sarada and did training with her specifically for her 3-tomo Sharingan, Sasuke gives Team 7 a super complex chakra control drill that has Team 7 cussing up a storm because of how hard it is, and the jutsu in question ended up being so complex it took Mitsuki and Sarada working together just to barely pull it off, whereas Sasuke had no issues doing it alone. When he sees Boruto getting frustrated frustrated with the training and he's over in the corner sulking and walks away from the training, Sasuke takes the time to build Boruto's esteem back up instead of letting Boruto face it on his own and make him push through it in order to complete the training. Sasuke let Boruto just go off and do his own thing after talking to him. In the anime, he flat out says that he was unable to kill Boruto when Momoshiki took over because he still viewed him as Boruto. There's an attachment there. We've seen it in multiple mediums. However, if Boruto's truly going to take that next step as a shinobi, he's going to need someone who can push him in that training without any regards to his feelings. Sasuke, by being under the effects of the Shinjutsu, can actually give that to Boruto now. Combat training where Sasuke isn't holding back out of the fear for potentially harming Boruto. Combat training that will also allow him to dig deeper into Boruto's heart as well, since shinobi can communicate through their fists. Sasuke can make sure that Boruto is who he actually needs to be in order to return back to Konoha to fight Kawaki. He now has the ability to push him in training without having to worry if he's pushing him too far or having to talk Boruto up when he falls into a rut. The only thing that matters right now is going to be the actual training itself. They have a chance to rebuild the sensei and student relationship from the ground up, and what I like about this and what you should like about this is that we have a chance to have a true modern take on the sensei and student relationship that Masashi Kishimoto, the Naruto series creator, said years ago he modeled Boruto and Sasuke after, which is that of son Gohan and Piccolo. While many people ignorantly joke that Piccolo is a better dad to Gohan than his own father Goku because of the liberties the Funimation English dub took and the fact that Team 4-Star was a parody that people take way too seriously, the truth is that Gohan and Piccolo's relationship started out very rocky. Piccolo saw an urgent need to train Gohan and level him up via a lifetime of experience to become a stronger version of his father in roughly a year's time. It was a lot to ask of a 3-year-old child at the time. He put him through a constant life or death training, and while he did get attached, he still kept a huge wall between himself and Gohan during that process. Kishimoto initially wanted Sasuke and Boruto to have a similar relationship, and we have a chance to explore that now because Sasuke's in a very similar set of circumstances as Piccolo, where he knows even if what Sarada told him is true, the only way the village can truly be saved is that Boruto becomes significantly stronger than his own father was in his prime so that they can take down Kawaki, because while Boruto's training, is safe to assume that so too will Kawaki. You don't use a shotgun to shoot down a nuke. You need something stronger and more tactically applicable, and that's exactly where Sasuke is currently. I think there's a really good opportunity for Boruto's fighting style to change because Sasuke is more likely to show him the ruthless methods that Orochimaru did and the ones that Sasuke picked up on during the 2.5-year time skip of Naruto's manga. Kakashi, upon meeting Sasuke for the first time in that era, took note of how defined Sasuke's movements were. They were refined to a point where even Kakashi took a moment to pause, and how different they were compared to when Sasuke was a 13-year-old genin when he'd seen him last. Boruto is very talented, but there's still a level of honor and grace to his fighting style. To survive the battles that are ahead, he's gonna need to be sharper, and there's nobody better to sharpen him than Sasuke. Sasuke also knows the true power of Momoshiki and has a good idea of what Momoshiki can do inside of Boruto's body. Boruto once stated that he believes he can channel Momoshiki's power properly now. Sasuke is the one best suited to test that out and add corrections to Boruto where they are actually needed to be made. By training Boruto and by not holding back, it's also going to serve as a benefit to Sasuke as Boruto grows stronger, because just as on the front end he's helping Boruto push his limits, as Boruto surpasses him in power, the same is going to be true for Sasuke. The roles are going to be reversed. The idea of Sasuke pulling a Kakashi and coming out the time skip upgraded, it isn't crazy. As we said numerous times here on the channel before, there were gradual power creeps to the older generation of Naruto's manga as the series itself progressed. You saw them utilize more power than what you saw previously, and it was always in proportion to how much stronger Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura got. The Kakashi who fought against Pain is stronger than the Kakashi who fought against Zabuza. But whatever increase in power that Kakashi always gained, it never outshined the people from Team 7. And I expect something similar here with Boruto and Sasuke. I do believe the relationship between Boruto and Sasuke, once this is all said and done, is going to be even stronger than it was before, and assuming Sasuke's even alive at the end of the series, which I hope he is alive. I troll and I kill Sasuke on a bunch of thumbnails and in video titles and topics. As I said before, Sasuke's one of my favorite characters. I don't want to see the guy die, I just think it might happen. However, if he does stay alive, he has a chance to be the first Shadow Hokage to retire peacefully and not die in a brutal way. I love the potential that we have here, and I can't wait to see how much Boruto grows now that he both has someone who is going to push him in training and be able to do so without any real attachment towards him. I cannot wait to see how much he levels up. My question to you guys is, how much further do you think Boruto can grow now that Sasuke doesn't have any real attachment towards him? While you think that over, click here to watch my every Hashira origin story over on KRYPTONIAN SAIYAN.